Welcome to another edition of Our City. A few things going around the city of Elizabeth this week. On Friday, June 24th at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, make that 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Councilman Carlos Torres will join members of the Puerto Rican community and other Elizabeth residents and elected officials as the Puerto Rican flag will be raised outside of City Hall at 1550 Winfield Scott Plaza. You are all invited to join. And on Saturday, June 25th, the Puerto Rican Cultural Family Celebration will be hosted by members of the Puerto Rican Alliance of Elizabeth in recognition of La Noche de San Juan, featuring an afternoon of live local cultural bands and performances. Free children's activities, fun for the entire family. This event will be held at the Veterans Memorial Waterfront Park at the Front Street and Elizabeth Avenue to Marshall Street. The rain date for this event will be July 9th. For more information, please contact the Puerto Rican Alliance at 908-316-8276. And on Sunday, June 26th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, members of the Colombian community will celebrate their annual Colombian parade. It will begin in the front of City Hall, then on to Elizabeth Avenue through Broad Street, and finally ending on Morris Avenue in what has become known as Little Colombia in the city of Elizabeth, and it'll also be the subject of the beginning of this evening's show. So if you need more information concerning any of these events or other events, please call our Public Information Office at 908-820-4124. Please stay with us after these messages, and we're going to begin talking about the Colombian Parade in the city of Elizabeth.
We have some of the finest teachers in the country. And then they graduate. Kane University.
Welcome back to Our City, where I'm joined by two members of Colombianos Sin Fronteras, Miss Marcela Nunez and Miss Aura Ruiz. Aura, Marcela, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you so much, Mayor.
So Aura, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How long you're involved in the organization, things like that?
Been an active member since 2010. And also an active community resident in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Currently, I am an HR professional. Been in the HR field for 13 years and am the assistant treasurer to our organization this year.
And how do you think the organization's doing since you're the assistant treasurer?
Wonderful. Thank goodness. We have a lot of support, many members supporting all throughout our community and, of course, organization members as well.
Marcela, you've been here a while as well. Tell us a little about yourself.
Yes, I am the Assistant Secretary for Colombianos Sin Fronteras. I've been a member for the organization for about 3 years now. And I work for the county for the Department of Youth Services. And very active in the community as well, and happy to help out in an organization like this that focuses on catastrophes and many different good things and for the community.
So you both went to school here. We taped at Kane University.
Yes.
And you both walking through the halls reminisced a little bit, or you went to school here as well, right?
Sure
Your
did.
degree is in?
International Business Management.
Okay, and Marcella, your degree?
Psychology.
Psychology.
Yes.
Well, there's a good combination. That's probably why you joined the organization, right?
Exactly.
International Business and Psychology.
Exactly.
So how long is Colombianos Sin Fronteras? How long is it a group, and how many members do you have?
Currently have 35 members, active members. We were established in June 2008. Unfortunately, due to a disaster, natural disaster in Colombia in 2008 during the winter months, a few members back then in 2008 got together to help get funds in order to help our Colombian.
So the organization was formed to help the disaster that occurred in Colombia in 2008.
Correct.
And Marcela, tell us, Colombianos Sin Fronteras, what does that actually mean in English?
Colombians without borders.
And it
So
tries to-
yes,
yeah.
so that is our mission, to help with not only national catastrophes in Colombia, but everywhere in the world. We have actually in the past when Haiti went through their earthquake, we were able to come together and do fundraisers and raise a substantial amount of money for Haiti. We've done it for India. We've done it here during the Sandy hurricane. So that is our main mission, to help out any country that suffers a natural disaster. But we also have, we expand our horizons, and we also help out with kids who are in orphanages in Colombia, and also people that are senior citizens in Colombia that are stricken by poverty and that are homeless in Colombia. So we've joined forces with different organizations in Colombia, and not only provide monetary donations, but supplies to both the orphanages and the senior citizen homes.
So, Aura, do you have to be Colombian to join your organization?
Absolutely not. We actually have active members, from Ecuador, Dominican Republic, and Cuba. So anyone who would love to join our organization is more than welcome.
Now, you both ladies are Colombian heritage, correct? So it must feel good to use your culture in order to attract these funds for some of the social issues that Marcela was just talking about.
That's correct. Not only that, but just we've been here for so many years. Been here myself since I was 9 months old. So just getting in touch with our community, all Hispanics, Latino, and
So you've been Elizabeth since you're 9 months?
I'm sorry,
With
since
Elizabeth?
on and off, in and out, in and out.
Okay. So tell us about Marcela. You mentioned all of these money that you raise, but what kind of events does Colombianos Sin Fronteras do to collect the money in order to help these social concerns?
So we have fundraisers. We have different feasts throughout the year. We have a big party in December to celebrate Christmas, and we also have another one for Mother's Day and around that time in May. Our biggest way of collecting money for sure is the magazine. This year we will have our 4th edition, and we have sponsors in this magazine. So that's one of the biggest ways that we collect funds. Also throughout the parade, people who want to participate in the parade with either floats or antique cars, they'll pay in order to have those there. So that's how we raise our funds.
Good. And Aura, what would you think the most favorite events are?
Definitely the parade.
Parade.
It's beautiful. It's cultural. We have many countries participate, dance schools. So it's very family oriented, not just a party. It's a.
I always enjoy the reviewing stand when they come by and either dance or sing or whatever they do.
It's very pretty. Yeah, it's very nice. Very
enjoyable. How many years is for this parade?
This is the 5th.
Yeah, we're celebrating our 5th year.
So
Yes.
is there a Grand Marshal?
We do have a Grand Marshal this year. We're very lucky to have our very own native from here, from the city of Elizabeth, Sergio Granados, who is also our freeholder. He will be our Grand Marshal. We picked him because Sergio has been helping our organization and our mission, and he's also someone who we see as a good example in the community. So that's how we pick our marshal.
So he's not a Colombian guy, though.
He's not.
I teased him the other day. I said, how'd you get to be the Colombian Grand Marshal? I said, maybe they'll pick me someday. I said, I doubt that, but I'm just kidding. So, Marcela, do you have deputy Grand Marshals or assistant Grand Marshals?
We do. The deputy this year will be our Consul General in Newark, Christian Rodriguez. And this is his last year.
I was just going to say, I met him a few years ago.
Yes.
How much left in his term?
This is it. He will be leaving at the end of June. So he's also very supportive of the Colombian community, and so we decided to make him the Deputy Grand Marshal.
Him and his wife have been very active in coming to events in Elizabeth through their tenure here as well.
Absolutely.
So, Aurora, how many people participate in this parade? What would you guess?
Over 5,000.
Really?
Over 5,000.
And that's combined with the people who march and the people who watch?
Volunteers. We have many volunteers, schools, fraternities, sororities, and Elizabeth marching band, the high school color guard. Definitely, they've been participating the past few years. And
so who coordinates all the parade activities? Who tells who where to march? Who tells?
Yeah.
It's
a group effort. A group effort. We meet. We're going to start meeting We've been meeting every week to put together the chronological order of who's going to stand where, who's going to distribute what, who's going to have the green, the red light.
And somebody's probably not going to be happy where they're going too, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Why
am I not in the beginning of the parade? Why am I? How do you? How do you deal with it? I mean, I have the Irish parade on here. They're always fighting on.
Yeah, we put on a
what
big smile.
section
and
they walk in.
We provide water, especially if it's hot. But no, it's a collaborative effort. We thank everyone for participating, for being part of such an awesome event. It's only the 5th year. We want to be as big as many other cultural.
No, it's always
parades.
a great event. It's always a lot of fun, and you always go off on time, Marcella.
Yes, we do. We start at 1 o'clock.
Right.
So we start lining up around 11:30, and we ask every participant and the dancers and the groups, everyone to be there by City Hall at 11:30, because the person who organizes the logistics of this whole parade, she's really good and very organized. So we have, everybody's got a number and a spot where they go. So by 11:30, we're lining up, and the parade starts at 1 o'clock sharp.
Any other difficulties in organizing this parade? I mean,
The logistics part of it, I would say, is one of them. But definitely getting the money, raising the funds to bring in the groups, the dancers, the singers. That's a challenge.
so you have sponsors? Do people get involved in sponsoring the parade? You're the treasurer, so I'm going to ask you that question.
Yes, definitely. Those who want to, of course, publicize their business, their community programs, definitely throughout our floats, cars, just again marching.
So in the parade, what's the best place to watch this parade? I know where I get to watch it, but what do you think the best place to watch it is?
Anywhere throughout, from City Hall, we'll walk through Elizabeth Avenue, Broad Street, and we finish on Morris Avenue. So if you want to see a little bit of the dancers and the group dancing, definitely the end of the parade where we have the bandwagon. All the groups will stop there for about a minute and a half, and do a performance there. But throughout the parade, you'll see some of the dancing as well.
And tell me about the details and the time and the place and the date, so everybody knows it.
The parade will take place on Sunday, June 26th at 1 p.m. We start at City Hall, walk through to Elizabeth Avenue, to Broad Street, Morris Avenue, and finish on Morris
And
and
is there a
Sayre.
number anybody can call if they were interested in?
Yes, they can call 908-906-6111.
Okay, and one other question I wanted to ask. Why does the parade take place at this time of year? Is there something symbolic in Colombian culture that this
Our
does?
independence. Independence is very close to Independence Day in Colombia, which is July 20th. So during this time frame, we're all in our beautiful origin.
And what are the colors of the Colombian flag?
Yellow, blue, and red.
Yellow, blue, and red. And so a lot of people wear that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great. So listen, I want to thank the two of you for taking the time to join us on the show.
Wonderful.
And talk to us about the Colombian parade, because I've always enjoyed it. It's always been a great success. I look forward to another successful year.
Excellent. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
For Ms. Aura Ruiz and Ms. Marcela Nunez, I'm Chris Bolwage. Please stay with us after these messages. We're back more on Our City.
We're an American original, dependable, historic, nuanced, with all the comforts of home, even when you're just visiting. So we're celebrating for all that we've left untouched and all that we've changed. A place where the past meets the future. So consider this your invitation.
We've been celebrating here in Elizabeth for 350 years, and we're just getting started.